Yeah, stop talking about your case, please.
Come closer.
All right. Big shout out to Rocky Lennon, who hooked me up with this. It's infuriating. And then this stream just gets worse and worse, culminating in the thumbnail.
Okay. On the record in state of Michigan versus Rodney Jerome Jr. Smith. Appearance, please.
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning. Assistant Public Defender Stephen Feigelson on behalf of Rodney Smith this morning.
And you, sir, are you Rodney Smith?
I am Rodney Smith, but I kind of actually wanted to go ahead and handle it myself. I actually understood it. I didn't mean to ask for a defender. I do apologize. I was just trying to go ahead and handle it. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what you think you're going to accomplish, but I'm going to go ahead and start the arraignment. Mr. Smith, what I have here is a felony complaint. This alleges that on or about June 7th, 2025, at a location of 413 South Cedar Street in the city of Lansing, you did make an assault upon Cole Harrison Corner with a dangerous weapon, that being a knife, but without intending to commit the crime of murder or to inflict great bodily harm less than the crime of murder. That is a felony punishable by 4 years and or $2,000 with DNA to be taken upon arrest. Count 2 alleges that on or about June 7, 2025 at 120 West Michigan Avenue, City of Lansing, you did assault, batter, wound, resist, obstruct, oppose, or endanger Teeson Graham, a police officer of the Lansing Police Department, that you knew or had reason to know was performing his duties. That is a felony punishable by 2 years and or $2,000. A consecutive sentence may be imposed if the assault was committed in a place of confinement or for any other violation arising out of the same transaction. Do you understand the charges and the possible penalties? You have the right to have an attorney in this matter. If you can't afford one, we'll see if the public defender will represent you. You have the right to a trial. That could be by jury. You have the right to remain silent.
There she is. Thank you, Rocky.
Anything you say orally or in writing will be used against you in court. You have the right to have an attorney present with you during any questioning by law enforcement. Do you understand your rights so far, Mr. Smith?
So far, yes, Judge.
Are you going to want a public defender to assist you in this case?
Like I'm innocent, and so I actually really agreed to not actually have one.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the first part of it. What did you say?
I said, Judge, I'm innocent, so I'm going to agree to not have one. It's seriously all right for me to actually just really look at this.
He doesn't want an attorney because he's innocent. I mean, he may or may not be innocent. I don't know the facts of this case. Somebody could have just said, oh, he came at me with a knife and it's BS because they're beefing about something else or whatever. That's entirely possible. I don't know the facts. Maybe he went after somebody with a knife. But being innocent is not a good reason to not, assuming that's the case, arguendo, is not a good reason to not have an attorney. It's all about a reason to have an attorney so that someone can properly defend your innocence that you actually possess.
Situation differently because I actually really didn't understand what was
okay, but if you even if you're asserting your innocence, you're charged with 2 felony charges and you're going to be going up against a prosecutor who has at least 7 years of training. Are you sure you don't want a public defender to assist you with that?
Judge, I can take it all the way up to trial, if anything, because it's really seriously something that really wasn't irrelevant. It really wasn't anything that couldn't be.
Judge, I'm going to take this thing to trial myself and all the way to conviction. All right, that's my plan.
Handled me carrying my own, merchandise.
No. See, you're going to make admissions right now. As I told you, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say orally or in writing will be used against you in court. So if you start saying things like that, it's going to be used against you. Again, the whole reason why we offer you an attorney.
Judge, I did complete an application with Mr. Smith. I do advise that we at least proceed with that and see how it goes.
Mr. Smith, since you have felony charges, you have the right to have a preliminary examination. That's a hearing where the government must bring some evidence to demonstrate probable cause to believe the felony occurred and probable cause to believe that you're the person who committed the felony. Before you go to preliminary examination, you're going to have a probable cause conference.
That looked ruder than it was. It was like, yes, attorney, I understand and I agree with you, but Big Dummy is not cooperating with that plan. So I can't just sua sponte overrule it.
Where you and the prosecutor and your lawyer, if you have one, make sure you have all the evidence and information you need to be ready for preliminary examination. Your probable cause conference is scheduled for June 20 at 2 o'clock. That's scheduled with Judge Simmons, but I happen to know Judge Flores will be covering her docket that day. And then preliminary exam is set for June 27 at 9:30, also with Judge Simmons. That is an in-person hearing because evidence and testimony may be presented at that time. Mr. Smith, are you on probation, parole, or bond in any court?
I am not, Judge.
Okay. The address they gave me for you on Perkins, is that a good address for you?
So far, yes, it is.
What does so far mean? Are you able to?
I'm working on it. I'm just working on it. I'm just slowly building my house, and I got detained for no reason at all, and it was seriously illegal for him to actually detain me. So, but just go ahead and go forward with what you're saying.
So the Perkins address you can receive mail at.
I'm pretty sure I can actually just go ahead and actually make sure of it.
What's the phone number to reach you at?
I don't have one, Judge.
Okay.
Still working on it. I do apologize.
Mm-hmm. Looking at your Michigan criminal history here, it shows 2021 operating while visibly impaired. 2019 driving while license suspended attempt. 2021 disorderly person. That's everything.
Okay, so it's not a horrible criminal history. He drinks and he's kind of a pain in the ass, but he hasn't been charged with anything huge yet. Oh, God. But if he doesn't have a phone, which I don't believe, but if he doesn't have a phone, that means he doesn't have access to any device. And therefore he can't even look stuff up because this guy sure as hell is not walking into the library. Let's face facts. So I don't know. Maybe it's good. Maybe it's good because if he had a device to look things up, he'd probably land on a SovCit website.
Mr. Smith, if you don't want Mr. Feigelson to speak on bond, then I'm just going to go ahead and set your bond. If you want to let him speak on bond, I will let him speak to me about bond.
Can I actually go ahead and allow you to actually go ahead and actually pursue so I can actually understand it? Because I actually really can't. I kind of actually really want to go ahead and handle this one by myself. I didn't understand it because I actually really wanted to go ahead and look into it. To actually just go ahead and actually just get a feel for my my rights to actually just really be mine instead of giving my rights to someone totally different. I'm not mentally ill, so I'm just trying to just go ahead and actually just cooperate and actually just be the only one on my.
Actually, you kind of do sound like you're mentally ill. But now you all understand where the title comes from.
On my own case and actually understand my rights and everything that actually really needs to be, counted.
Well, I've been advising you of your rights, and then you say you don't understand, which is all the more reason why a public defender would be probably helpful to someone who doesn't understand everything. So that you have someone who's in your corner and can help explain stuff to you.
Well, it was because it was an illegal detainment that I just didn't understand.
Mr. Smith, please do not talk about your case. This is being recorded.
I didn't. I do understand you, but please.
Mr. Smith, stop talking now.
The poor attorney is really trying to help him, even though he knows damn well he can't. He gets one free interjection like that, and he used it at a good time. He was trying, but he doesn't represent the guy. Yeah, I like this judge. She's cool.
All right. Based on my review of Mr. Smith's criminal history, which doesn't really have much assaultive on there, closest thing is disorderly conduct. However, the nature of the charge involves an assault alleging a weapon and also alleges some uncooperative conduct. I find that personal recognizance bond is not sufficient to assure appearance in court or public safety at this time. Bond is set at $5,000, 10%, subject to the following conditions. You must appear for all of your court dates. I've given you two, June 20 and June 27. Do not leave the state without permission from the court. Do not commit crimes while out on bond. You must notify the court in writing of your address and telephone number. You are required to make a report to pretrial services the first business day after your release and any time thereafter they've requested. You should get a brochure there from the jail with information for pretrial with their phone number and address so you can report to them. Do not use alcohol or illegal drugs. Do not possess a firearm or any dangerous weapon. You can have 0 weapons while on bond. If you have those things, you need to give them to someone else for safekeeping or give them to the police, but you cannot have them. Do not engage in assaultive, harassing, intimidating, threatening behaviors. Do not assault, harass, intimidate, beat, molest, wound, or threaten Cole Kerner. You are not to have any direct or indirect contact with Cole Kerner. You're not to be within 2,000 feet of where he lives, works, or goes to school. It's my understanding this event occurred at his workplace, so you're not to go within 2,000 feet of the 413 South Cedar Street because that's where Mr. Kerner works. If you violate the order of no contact, you're subject to arrest without a warrant. This bond could be revoked. You could be in contempt of court, for which you'd be sentenced to up to 93 days in jail and or $7,500 in fines consecutive to that which you already face. Do you understand your bond, Mr. Smith?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We've covered the charges, the court date, the bond, the conditions. Mr. Feigelson, do you think I've missed anything?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Smith, you're all set.
Okay, I'm going to warn y'all right now. That was as good as it's going to get. And it's not going to get that good again. This stream ends with a freaking marriage officiated by Judge Screamer. That's what you're dealing with. Proceed at your own risk.
What's your name, sir?
Hey, how you doing? My name is Deshaun Jovan Moore Jr.
Thank you. And this is 25-058-046, State of Michigan versus Deshaun Jovan Moore Jr. Counsel.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Sydney Rushing P78830, appearing on behalf of Mr. Moore. Mr. Moore has been advised of his constitutional rights, waives formal reading, stands mute, and asks that a not guilty plea be entered on his behalf.
Court will enter not guilty plea on your client's behalf as to bond and his residence.
Your Honor, as to bond, we're asking for a personal bond to be placed on this matter. I do believe he's able to find alternate housing that is not with Miss Anderson. She is the child or mother of his children. He is gainfully employed. He works 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Doing construction. So, Your Honor, we are asking for personal bond in this matter. He understands he's going to have no contact during the time of these proceedings.
Okay. So he has somewhere other than the Wilfred address to live?
Yeah.
Said he works 9 to 4?
Yes, Judge.
Allegations here are pretty concerning. Pulling a gun on the mother of your children or child.
Yes, and I'm ashamed of myself.
I don't know. And what do you do at that point? You're going to shoot her and what? Have a funeral? I mean, let's not be out of control. Then your kid doesn't have a mother. I mean, you know what?
I should call this one wedding and a funeral.
Your Honor, these are, we understand.
Mere allegations. I know, mere allegations. He's presumed innocent until proven guilty, blah, blah, blah. So, sir, while this case is pending, you're not possess a firearm or any other dangerous weapon at any time. You have no contact with Miss Anderson, no contact with the Wilfred address. You will have a GPS tether. Curfew on that tether will be 9 p.m. to 7 a.m. You will be at home somewhere other than Wilfred during those hours.
Well done.
I really should keep you there, but Outset bond at $20,000 personal. Next court date is June 16, probable cause conference, June 23rd, preliminary exam, both in front of Judge Takei. Thank you, sir. You can step aside.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Hi, what's your name, please?
Amber Manuel.
Thank you. This is case 25-057-228, State of Michigan versus Amber Mercedes Manuel. Counsel.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Sydney Rushing, P78830, appearing on behalf of Ms. Manuel. Ms. Manuel has been advised of her constitutional rights, waives formal reading, stands mute, and asks that a not guilty plea be entered on her behalf.
Court will enter not guilty plea on your client's behalf. As to bond.
Your Honor, we're asking for a personal bond in this matter. Ms. Manuel was at her residence and, in the investigator's report, it looks like three people part of Detroit Homes Property Management were coming to check up on the property. She lives in one of the apartments there. And it's alleged that she had a shotgun and a taser. Your Honor, I don't know if this is going to end up being
I don't know the facts of this case. But I imagine them this way. Somebody complains about something with her property, or she's not doing something or whatever, a neighbor, the management, or some damn thing. And they go, okay, fine. We'll go over there and take a look. And they go and knock on her door, and she comes rolling out with the shotgun and a taser. Those may not be the facts, but that's what I envision. Tell me if I'm wrong.
You're allowed to defend yourself or protect yourself within your home. I think there's more to this story than obviously what we have, and we both know that. So, Your Honor, she understands that she has to come to court. She will be at all of her court appearances. Because she wants to get this handled in a timely manner. She is employed, and so, Your Honor, we are asking for a personal bond.
One moment.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Oh, don't you start, Maria. I had the same question because we don't get the charges clearly. Who knows? It may not be allowed. It may be public housing, and that stuff may not be allowed in there, or she may have brandished it in an unnecessary way, or lots of other things. But I did have the same exact thought.
So, counsel, you're saying that this address, let's see, we're on Greenfield.
Yeah.
Is where she lives. Why do I have an address for her on Phillips?
Your Honor, I think that's an old address. She does live at the Greenfield address in one of the apartments. I don't want to put the apartment number as we're live, but she lives there in the apartment.
Okay. Let's go out there. And did you say the complainants are the landlords, or what was their relationship?
Your Honor, it doesn't really make that clear. All it says is that they work for Detroit Homes Property Management and that they were
Feel comfortable to adjust yourself all you like during this hearing. It's okay.
Arriving to check at the property. So whether they're a landlord, an investor, nobody involved with anything, I don't know. It doesn't say that they were there to do a tenant check. No, hold on. It doesn't say whether they were to do it.
Oh, damn it! Right there, this hearing could have actually gotten good if it wasn't for that damn meddling competent attorney.
Tenant checkup or anything like that. It just says that they were there to check
I see.
on the property. So
in some fashion or another, they were there to check on the property.
correct.
That's safe to
Hold
say.
on. Miss Manuel, I'm going to advise you not to say anything, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, I would listen to your attorney, ma'am. You said she's working?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Manuel, while this case is pending, you not possess a firearm or any other dangerous weapon. You have no contact with either of the complaining witnesses. Court's going to set bond on this matter at $10,000 personal. Next court date will be June 17, probable cause conference, June 24, preliminary exam, both in front of Judge Giles here in 36th District Court. Thank you. You can step aside.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, DDC, that's everybody, right?
Okay, this is thankfully short. It's awful. The people are sweet. They seem like nice people. They really do. And I hope these kids make it. I know they won't, but I hope they do. I just had a sick fascination of seeing Judge Screamer. I don't even know his name. I just know him as Judge Screamer. Somebody tell me his name. But I wanted to see how he's going to officiate a wedding. And I'll be damned if he doesn't do his best to do a good job. And they're sweet people, but it's just so sad to watch a guy do this to himself.
You guys can maybe get a little closer to the bench. No, move that way. There you go. Yeah. And just face each other. You know, because you're only going to get married once, right?
Yeah.
And
Wedding later on.
Yeah, huh? Mm-hmm. I mean, that's possible. Only because we're getting on and options are for closing.
no, good. So, you know, this is your opportunity to just focus on each other. And, you know, there's only two of us else in the room that don't even think we're here. As you say the words you're going to be saying today to each other in this short ceremony. So I'd like to welcome everybody. We are gathered here today to witness and celebrate the marriage of Samuel Liam Funk and Michelle Leonetta Bloom. This is not the beginning of a new relationship. They've known each other for...
Can I speak now? Because I do not want to forever hold my peace. I really don't. This is a horrible idea. Don't do it. Please stop.
Virtually all their lives. But today they are going to acknowledge the next chapter in their lives together. And today we will bear witness to what their relationship will become as they affirm this.
I'll tell you what the relationship will become. Remember, she used to be fun? Yeah, that's over now.
Bond both formally and publicly. Samuel, would you repeat after me? I, Samuel.
I, Samuel.
Promise to cherish you, Michelle.
Promise to cherish you, Michelle.
Always.
Always.
To honor and sustain you.
To honor and sustain you.
In sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health.
In poverty and in wealth.
In poverty and in wealth.
And to be true to you.
And to be true to you.
Okay, that in poverty and wealth is the funniest part. That one gets me every time. It's fantastic. Whoever wrote that, top notch.
In all things.
In all things.
Until death alone shall part us.
Until death alone shall part us.
Michelle, repeat after me. I, Michelle.
I, Michelle.
Promise to cherish you, Samuel.
Promise to cherish you, Samuel.
Always.
Always.
To honor and sustain you.
To honor and sustain you.
In sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health.
In poverty and in wealth.
In poverty and in wealth.
And to be true to you.
And to be true to you.
In all things.
In all things.
He would literally be way better off. I mean, way better off just giving her all of his stuff right now, walking out with the shirt on his back and running and starting over. He would be 1,000 times better off just conceding that right now and moving on with his life.
Until death alone shall part us.
Until death alone shall part us.
Michelle's ring. It's right next to you. There it is.
Yes, I look forward to playing the Love Boat over your over your first DV hearing. I hope you get a little time in first.
There you go. And you'll be placing on your left finger, and as you're doing that, repeat after me. I, Samuel,
I, Samuel,
give you, Michelle,
give you, Michelle,
this ring.
this ring.
Well, yes, just my experience and the experiences of every man I've ever met in my entire life who's been married.
It is a sign of our love for each other.
It is a sign of love for each other.
I promise to support you.
I promise to support you.
I promise to care for you.
I promise to care for you.
I promise to stand alongside you
I promise to stand alongside you
for all of our days
for all of our days,
and in all that life may bring us.
and all that life may bring us.
Michelle, will you grab his ring? And repeat after me. I, Michelle,
I shall
give you, Samuel,
give you, Samuel,
this ring.
this ring.
It is a sign of our love for each other.
Simon gets it.
For each other.
I promise to support you.
I promise to support you.
I promise to care for you.
I promise to care for you.
I promise to stand alongside you
I promise to stand alongside you
for all of our days
for all of our days,
and in all that life may bring us.
and all that life will bring us.
Now that Sam and Michelle have given and pledged their faith to the other in the bonds of matrimony and have witnessed the same before God and this company, I do, by virtue of the authority given to me by the laws of the state of Ohio, pronounce them husband and wife. Sam, you may kiss your bride.
Ah.
Awesome.
Okay, I'll give him that. The sarcastic clap was a nice touch.
Congratulations. We'll make it.
God bless them. They're sincere. These two actually like each other at this moment, or whatever, are pretending to at least. And but here was my question. Here's why I actually did it. And then once I saw it, I had to subject other people to it for my own therapy. But I wanted to know if Judge Screamer could dial it down and do this. And I'll be damned, he did a great job. He really did. He was trying. In all seriousness, he tried to make this special for him. It's cute.
Totally official now as I sign the marriage license. So there's
Oh
this
no.
document that we will take care of sending to probate court.
Ooh.
So congratulations. We wish you a long, happy marriage together. God bless you guys.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Mary, would you like any pictures taken?
I can take a picture if you want me to.
Yeah. Please.
Absolutely. Stop it. Just stop it. Well, there we go. We survived. Let us never speak of that again. Thank you for coming out.